Hey there, Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, Aquarius Rising. Welcome to your reading for the full moon in Libra. This full moon in Libra is trining your sign. That means this is very supportive energy for you. I do want to mention that if you have not checked out your Mercury retrograde video, you might want to do that because Mercury is now in Taurus as I'm recording this today, and that energy squares yours, and it's going to hang out there for the retrograde period, making it pretty significant for you, so you might want to check that out. Okay, so let's talk about this full moon. This full moon is happening on the 5th or the 6th of this month of April here, depending on where you are in the world. So it's 12:34 a.m. Eastern Time Zone here in the U.S. at on Thursday the 6th. It's happening at 16 degrees and 7 minutes of Libra. And so this is number 6 in a series that it's been at 16 degrees, the full moon, and the 16 degree point of a sign is it's a harvesting point. It's a point where we look at it and we go, okay, so this is worth putting more effort into. That is not. This has already reaped some rewards. Let's collect those and set those aside. And so there's a definite stage that happens here at the 16 degree point that's very significant. This full moon happens, of course, opposing the sun over in Aries, and the sun in Aries is conjunct Chiron, and so there is this energy around this about harvesting and moving through the energy of healing of the inner child, because as the sun is already swept by there, it's already on the other side of it, heading toward expanding this healing energy out in Jupiter, because it's conjunct Jupiter, but Jupiter's on the other side of it, and it's moving in that direction. And so there is a healing energy that comes with this. And so it is a really great time to really be focusing on the whole process. And so we're going to look at what needs to be released with this full moon. What is it opening up the space for, right? It's that 16 degrees where you end the cycle to continue a cycle, to expand on a cycle. What's new, what's next, right? And then some practical advice on it, and a crystal with an affirmation. This one also has affirmations, and so I really want to recommend that you get something to jot down the affirmations for, because I do think it's significant. And well, you have the card of balance coming through with this Libra full moon. That's fun. So, oh my God, you guys know I use the unicorn for you, right? And you have the winged unicorn. I love the magic of this. Okay, so we're going to take a look at, you have the card of courage. Courage, of course, is not something we give away. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in the book and we're going to look at what it means reversed, because that's what this energy should be about. How do we reverse the situation in the letting go of? So here we go. When this card, receive this card, it puts you on notice that there is, or there soon will be, an important situation that calls for you to step out of your comfort zone. So you're going to need that's what you need to release, is the comfort zone. You're going to have the courage to step out there and step up for yourself in your own life. This may seem a little frightening, and you may have been avoiding it for a while. So I don't think it's a surprise. I think you know. With Uranus squaring your sign in Taurus, and Mercury and Venus are there also, there's a lot of pressure being put on your sign right now about this situation. The sun in Aries is in sextile, which is in the energy of choice and decision making, and so this full moon should help to illuminate where to make the choice and the decision to step out. And so there's something, I feel like you already know what it is. Like, I don't think there's a surprise to you. There doesn't feel like a surprise element to me. It feels like something that you've been hesitating, putting off, because it will be a challenge, right? Moving out of our comfort zone into trying something new and fixed signs, it's really hard for you in particular. It's hard for most anyway. And, wow, big hit on that. And so this, this need to do something different, right? In order to change the result, you got to do something different and take a different path. Do something, in a way that is, he's standing here, yet he's looking into the woods. It's funny though, because honestly, he's not looking into a dark woods. He's looking into a woods that is lit up by spirit. There's a lot of, looks like fireflies lighting up the way, showing the way forward if you have the courage to follow your guidance and your intuition. the action you need to take could demand a deep shift within the logistics of your life, like getting a new job or an entirely new career. On the other hand, there may be more of a personal challenge required of you, such as giving up an addiction of some sort or the other. You have the power and the courage within you to take this significant action now. Both choices are truly life-changing, although the battle you're waging may not be worth it. I'm sorry. The battle you're waging with yourself, it'll be well worth it. So you have the card of balance. You're bringing your life back into balance. So we have an eagle flying overhead. We've got all these stones stacked up on each other, precariously perched in several places. So there's a lot of, it seems like it's almost like the higher your vision, the bigger the picture you can see. And it's stacking up. It feels like these boulders are like the different aspects and the changes and the determination that it would take to lift them up. And that because it's a balancing act, everything's going to have to fit together just right in some way for you to really be able to create what it is that you're trying to create. But if you will notice, he is doing it through the power of his determination. He's moving that stone right here. He is moving it much like on the chariot when you see the driver of the chariot, and this is the year of the 7, the chariot year, where it is your willpower and your determination, not the reins. It is your willpower and your determination that determines the trajectory and the direction you go, the speed at which you go. You are driving yourself forward using your own personal willpower and determination. So the card of balance is here. The structure of your daily spiritual life must be built on a strong foundation in the physical world, like a pillar of selected shaman stones balanced carefully one on the other. Take care of your body through diet and exercise. Express your strength in acts of power and being great and bring greater awareness to the exchange of money. Well, those are 3 areas of your life that feel very significant. How and where are you spending your money, right? So maybe there needs to have a budget comb through is what it feels like. Like you're just making an awareness. Where's the money? Where does it go, right? Especially if you're looking at changing a job or something like that. Express your strength in acts of power and a greater awareness in how you... So taking care of yourself, your diet and your exercise, your money. Protect and nourish your family and express your integrity by bringing balance into the society and nature. So, you know, you're very... Aquarius is noted for having a real awareness of Mother Gaia and what she needs. To take power, make your spirit available, then take your power and bring it to the physical and the spiritual natures into balance. There is a balancing act between really being connected with your higher self, your spirit guide team, and also taking action in your day-to-day life to manifest and create that's in alignment with it. And it's going to take a lot of willpower. I feel as though there is a big move, either a move to a location or a job or a relationship that's going to allow you to bring things into balance. So, as I said, Mercury is squaring Pluto in Aquarius today. It is as though Mercury retrograde has already started, and I'm having a lot of trouble with my computer. So, I'm sorry it gets a little jumpy there. All right, winged unicorn. Purity, innocence, and miracles. And I really think it is the purity of your goals and your dreams. It is your truest intentions that allow them to have wings to fly. So you are an old soul. Protect your heart and mind from negative thinking, fear, anxiety by affirming the loving relationship with the divine that protects and guides and assists you in all ways. And so we come back to the spiritual development here. The maintaining of a spiritual practice, a daily spiritual practice, whether it is just going for a meditative walk, whether it's through meditation that you sit, through breathing exercises, just following the breath. I communicate a lot with Spirit, I have a lot of Oracle decks because they're conversation starters. But whatever it is that you use to journal or whatever, however you do it, there is a need to build a solid foundation structure of your connection with your divine spirit guide team as you navigate through the changes that are coming your way. And they are, right? They really are. Pluto in your sign is going to turn up the soil, expose things to the light, and it's going to start at the beginning and work its way through. And before he gets through, the North Node's going to go through your sign, really illuminating and lighting some stuff up. I really think that you're entering a phase of major transformation over the course of the next 20 years. But you need a solid foundation, and that solid foundation means that you have a very turbulent time happening right now where structures that cannot stand are going to fall in your life. And but the purity of the intent that you have is going to be what allows you, and also that eagle perspective, that you came here to do these things, to go through these experiences, and there's a reason for them, even if you can't freaking remember what the heck it is. All right, so you will pursue your goals with more joy and brilliance as you allow yourself to imagine beautiful possibilities rather than being bogged down in the overly earthbound thinking. So, Aquarius. Be practical, but be inspired by possibility. Replenish your mental and emotional energies with some playtime. Winged Unicorn also brings a divine message of forgiveness for yourself and for others. And trust me when I tell you, when we learn how to forgive ourselves for not being perfect, oh my gosh, everybody else is a piece of cake. Because look, we expect so much of ourselves, and when we recognize, oh my gosh, I'm not perfect. Well, if I'm so great, and I'm so capable, and I am so all these really good things, and I still can't be perfect, I don't know how I can expect anyone else to do it. Sounds a little arrogant, but I got to tell you, it really does help to see, oh my gosh, we're all just having this human experience. And some of us struggle more through it than others. I want to say some of us obviously struggle through it more than others. I think others may be struggling and you have no idea. And so it's just, I don't think anybody is going through this without major challenges at this time of the cycle. Like this incarnation was not for the faint of heart. It was not. And that's why it seems like such difficult times, because it actually is. So the Winged Unicorn also brings a divine message of forgiveness for yourself and for others. Trust that the universe takes care of all beings and helps bring every soul to learn their lessons. And so there's going to take some courage here to, one, observe the cycles that are happening around you, within you, and around you. The courage to get to the heart of the matter, the courage to forgive yourself and forgive others, and to build a spiritual practice. And in building the spiritual practice, it helps to balance it with this creation of the foundation of things that you're manifesting in the 3D world, financially, relationship-wise, having fun. There is a balance to be found. You cannot live all the time, you know, the idea that we can hermit ourselves away at this time seems inaccurate. Going away for a time, yes, but living like that, no, because our light is needed, and if we are just hiding our light in a cave, it doesn't help. You have the card of Malachite. See the patterns in that? You are being called to really observe the patterns in order to so a lot of this feels like this was way more to do with the relationships around you. Having the courage to go in and have the difficult conversations. To find your way through the forest of overgrown thoughts and ideas, or things that you thought happened that someone else saw the same thing and thought something different happened doesn't make either of you right or wrong. Just makes your perspective, remember the eagle, different. And I really think that the more calm and centered you are entering into these conversations and remembering that life is supposed to be fun and that forgiveness is the gift we give ourselves. You don't have to ask anyone for their forgiveness. That their forgiveness of you means nothing. Nothing. It has no value if you haven't forgiven yourself. Sometimes the act of asking someone to forgive you is a way of acknowledging to the other person that you are aware that you have harmed them in some way. There's value in that. But you don't need them to forgive you. That's crap. You need to forgive yourself. That is where all the energy sits. It sits inside of you. And someone can say that they forgive you, but if you don't forgive yourself, you're still trapped in the prison of your own making. And the key is simple. It's the recognition. I'm here to have a human experience. I've experienced myself behaving in this manner. I learned this from it, but mostly I learned to love and accept myself for who I am at every point and turn along the way, and it's not always great. Not everything is really beautiful that I do, but it's part of the beauty of the multifaceted being that I am, and you can accept that. So, Malachite. Malachite says to create healthy patterns in relationships, connect with the sweetness of life, and maintain heart-centered awareness, and get to the heart of the matter. That may involve conversations, really difficult going into the woods conversations where you're going to have to really have the courage to go in and let other people be authentic and truthful with you and to sit there and listen with an open mind and an open heart and ask them to do the same for you. So, here are your affirmations. My pure heart is radiant with light of the miraculous. If you have a healing situation, this is perfect. My pure heart is radiant with the light of the miraculous. My pure heart is radiant with the light of the miraculous. And Malachite says, I recognize repetitive patterns and choose love, compassion, and kindness for yourself and for others. I'm adding that. I recognize repetitive patterns and choose love, compassion, and kindness. I recognize repetitive patterns and choose love, compassion, and kindness. Love yourself up there, Aquarius. Love yourself up. All right, you guys, I'm on Facebook every day. Would love to see you there. Thank you for connecting with me and leaving me the comments and hitting the thumbs up. I like the sense of community that it builds. It makes me feel like the time I spent here is not ill spent. So I appreciate that. And of course, it helps the analytics, and it does help other people to be able to have the opportunity to see this video and connect in and maybe get something out of it also. So in that way is really great, the networking of it. But mostly, I really want to know, are you getting what you need here? I hope so. All right. You guys take good care of yourself. Love yourself up. You need to do that. Everybody needs to do that. You guys have a great experience with this full moon, and I'll see you again soon.